tour in over 2 years. They're here for you to present a brand new award here at the MTV Music Awards. This is Mötlëy Crüe.
Rock and roll isn't just music, it's a revolution. From blistering guitar riffs to earth-shaking drum solos, these 10 bands didn't just rock stages, they defined generations. Here are the top 10 rock and roll bands of all time. Hey rock fans, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a hand-picked list of the greatest rock and roll bands ever. We'll explore what made each of these 10 bands legendary, from sonic breakthroughs to cultural impact. Let's crank it up. Number 9. Kiss. Kiss formed in New York City in 1973, with Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, Ace Frehley, and Peter Criss. What immediately set them apart wasn't just the music, it was the face paint, leather outfits, and comic book alter egos. The Demon, Starchild, Spaceman, and Catman. They weren't just a band, they were larger-than-life characters. While critics sometimes dismiss them as style over substance, their catalog is packed with staples like Rock and Roll All Night, the ultimate party anthem, Detroit Rock City, Shout It Out Loud, I Was Made for Lovin' You. Kiss sold over 100 million albums worldwide and built one of the largest fan armies in history. What made them truly unique? They turned their band into a brand. Kiss slapped their logo on everything: lunchboxes, pinball machines, comic books, coffins, you name it. Gene Simmons once said, "We're not a band, we're a brand." Number 8. Mötlëy Crüe. Mötlëy Crüe formed in Los Angeles in 1981 when Nikki Sixx, bass, and Tommy Lee, drums, linked up with Mick Mars, guitar, and Vince Neil, vocals. They became the ultimate glam metal band, combining sleazy riffs with a reckless image that fit perfectly into the wild Sunset Strip scene. Their music is a mix of hard rock grit, glam metal flash, and anthemic hooks. Some of their biggest songs include Kickstart My Heart, inspired by Nikki Sixx's near-death overdose, Dr. Feelgood, their most successful album and single, Girls, 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 an ode to strip clubs, classic Crüe, Home Sweet Home, one of the first big glam metal power ballads. They weren't subtle, but that's the point. Mötlëy Crüe weren't just rock stars, they became legends of excess. Wild backstage parties, non-stop drugs and alcohol, destructive relationships, car crashes, arrests, overdoses, you name it. Nikki Sixx even flatlined from a heroin overdose and had to be revived with adrenaline shots, twice. They leaned into the chaos, calling themselves the world's most notorious rock band. Number 7. Aerosmith. Aerosmith formed in Boston in 1970, led by Steven Tyler, vocals, the Demon of Screamin', Joe Perry, lead guitar, the Toxic Twin alongside Tyler, Tom Hamilton, bass, Joey Kramer, drums, Brad Whitford, rhythm guitar. They started out as a gritty, blues-influenced hard rock band before becoming massive stadium icons. By the late 70s, drugs and infighting nearly destroyed the band. Tyler and Perry became infamous for their addictions and fights, earning them the nickname the Toxic Twins. But in the mid-80s, they staged one of the biggest comebacks in rock history. Cleaned up, mostly, scored a new generation of fans with Permanent Vacation, 1987, Pump, 1989, and Get a Grip, 1993. Their MTV videos with actresses like Alicia Silverstone became cultural staples. Number 6. Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses formed in Los Angeles in 1985, born out of the gritty Sunset Strip scene. The classic lineup was Axl Rose, vocals, volatile, powerful frontman, Slash, lead guitar, top hat Les Paul and legendary riffs, Duff McKagan, bass, Izzy Stradlin, rhythm guitar, Steven Adler, drums. They combined the raw sleaze of LA glam with the attitude of punk and the swagger of classic rock. Their debut album, Appetite for Destruction, 1987, is often hailed as one of the greatest rock debuts ever. It sold over 30 million copies worldwide. Welcome to the Jungle, a snarling anthem of survival in LA, Sweet Child of Mine, their first #1 hit, and Slash's most iconic riff. Paradise City, arena-ready sing-along firepower. Later albums brought more epics. Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, 1991, ambitious, sprawling double albums with hits like November Rain, Don't Cry, and Civil War. Number 5. AC/DC. AC/DC formed in Sydney, Australia in 1973, founded by Scottish-born brothers Malcolm Young, rhythm guitar, the backbone of the band, Angus Young, lead guitar. Schoolboy uniform plus wild duck walk equals iconic. They recruited Bon Scott as their frontman, whose raspy, rebellious voice defined their early years. After Bon Scott tragically died from alcohol poisoning in 1980, the band recruited Johnson. Their first album with him, Back in Black, 1980, became one of the best-selling albums of all time, 50+ million copies. Back in Black, You Shook Me All Night Long, Hell's Bells, sold 200+ million albums worldwide. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2003. Survived multiple lineup changes, deaths, and retirements, yet still pack stadiums. Their songs remain staples at sports arenas, commercials, and movies. Number 4. The Queens. Queen's live shows were legendary. Live Aid 1985 is often called the greatest rock performance ever. Freddie Mercury commanding 72,000 people at Wembley with pure charisma. They mastered arena rock theatrics, combining precision, energy, and showmanship in a way few bands could. Queen showed that rock could be dramatic, ambitious, and theatrical without losing its power. Freddie Mercury's voice and persona, combined with the band's musical ingenuity, pushed rock music into new artistic heights. They weren't just a band, they were a rock opera you could dance and headbang to at the same time. Reminder, hit like if any of these bands shaped your life. Subscribe for more legendary music stories. Number 3. Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin's music is defined by heavy riffs, epic solos, and dynamic vocals. Some of their most legendary tracks include Stairway to Heaven, the ultimate rock epic, blending folk, hard rock, and mystical lyrics. Whole Lotta Love, explosive riff-driven hard rock. Black Dog, heavy syncopated riffs with Plant's soaring vocals. Led Zeppelin redefined what a rock band could be, sonically powerful, creatively ambitious, and theatrically compelling. They weren't just making hits, they were crafting legendary music that still influences bands today. Number 2. Rolling Stones. Still rocking decades later, the Rolling Stones have racked up chart success and longevity few bands ever see, selling over 250 million albums and becoming rock and roll's most enduring institution. The Rolling Stones are the epitome of rock rebellion, stamina, and evolution. They taught the world that rock and roll isn't just music, it's a lifestyle, an attitude, and a cultural force. From blues roots to stadium-filling legends, they're proof that true rock never dies. Number 1. The Beatles. Universally hailed as the most influential band of all time, the Beatles revolutionized songwriting, production, and popular culture. No band has ever had their reach or legacy. The Beatles showed that rock and roll could be intelligent, experimental, and universal. They didn't just write hits, they redefined music and culture, leaving a legacy that still shapes artists and fans decades later. Whether you're a fan of bluesy riffs, glam theatrics, or raw grunge energy, rock's diversity is what keeps it alive. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more rock deep dives.